Good morning, my name is Lindsay Cummins and I teach second grade at Village. I also have a 4-year-old who's going to be going to TK at Village, and I have set up a little workstation for him to help foster some independence while my husband and I are working from home. My husband works as a school counselor at the high school, so we're both kind of be Zooming and having our own schedules, but also trying to have our son follow along with his TK schedule. So I thought I'd share some things that I'm planning on doing that might help. I thought I would share it so that maybe it'll help you. Keep in mind that every child is different and what works for us might not work for everybody, but if one of these ideas helps, yeah, I'm happy to share. So I'm going to flip around the camera so that you can see. Here we have his little setup. This blue paper is just blue wrapping paper. Kyson's favorite color is blue. So I've gone and kind of just stapled it to the wall and then added a border that I got at the dollar spot. Kyson knows his alphabet pretty well, but one thing that he struggles with is handwriting, so I've gone and put a alphabet up there as a reminder, but how to print when he's writing. I've got his school supplies here. I have a digital clock to help him with the schedule. Now that Village has released the schedule, I've put it up here. Over here is where he has his live class Zooms, the times, and then what the activity is. Now, he's never actually been to a school other than preschool, so he's not going to know what like number corner is or maybe reading groups are. So I've gone and put a clip art picture next to it to help him kind of jog his memory. Now, he's also 4, so he is not going to be able to read a digital clock and be like, oh, it's 9:46. That means it's break time. Like, that's just not his development level yet, but maybe if you have an older kid, that might work. So what I've done instead is I have this pipe cleaner with a little marker. I might even put a little K here for Kyson. And as he moves along his schedule and rotates through the different activities, he can kind of slide down when he finishes an activity. Or I can have, along with that, I was planning on having the iPad hooked up with an alarm that with every one of these benchmark times of time to rotate, let's say like at 8:45 he needs to log into Zoom, I can have the iCalendar with the Zoom link on it pop up as an alarm. He can click the blue letters of the Zoom link and it'll log into Zoom for him. Here I have something similar in my classroom. It says all done. And here are pre-approved activities for him to choose from when he's done. So he can go play in his room. He can play in the backyard. I've got some kinetic sand, some other options. Notice that like musical instruments is not on there because if my husband and I are Zooming, we don't want him all of a sudden playing the piano. And then something else here, I have a picture of my husband and I working. And then I have these green and red cards. They're taped double-sided that we could flip around. So if it's green, that means that he can come up and ask for help or ask mommy and daddy a question. But if it's red, we are typically Zooming with somebody, and he's just gonna have to wait. Obviously, if there's an emergency, like if he fell and is screaming or bleeding, we'll just pause our Zoom and go help our child. But this at least helps with that. Okay, I need to wait until it's a good time to do whatever. And then we have over here just some activities for him to do, his whiteboard. Back in the back here, you'll see that I have calendar. That's something that we've been doing since he was 2. He had a really hard time transitioning between the weekend and the school day. So I got a pocket calendar. Red is the weekend and yellow is the weekday. Here in the pocket calendar, I can put when we have special activities, special birthdays, and then I actually move him throughout the calendar, or he moves it himself sometimes when we do calendar, so that he can see what day of the week it is, and so knowing when it's a school day. So here we have the first day of school on here. And then something else I have too is I have a whiteboard where I have, what month is it, days of the week, we focus on season, what's the weather, and then we do some sound work. That's a lot. I don't know if we'll be able to get to the calendar and the whiteboard sound practice that we've been doing over the summer since March, basically, but it's really this station that's really important. I have a table here for him to work at that he can stand up at, or he can sit in this swivel chair, keeping in mind that he's 4 and being on a Zoom for an extended period of time, or having to work for an extended period of time might be hard. So setting him up in an area where he can still be on the Zoom, but he can stand, or he can kind of swivel and fidget and not be required to sit still for an extended amount of time, sets him up with success. And then I have some of the activities that are normally hidden, like Play-Doh is usually something that I have hidden because I'm kind of a control freak and I want to monitor it. I have it there, and I just moved the rug away from it so he can't get Play-Doh on the rug. But I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, this might not work for everybody, but hopefully it'll help somebody. Have a great day. Bye.